Indeed, Nompu, the ANC's National Executive Committee is sitting behind those particular doors and walls there where they are engaging on the issue of whether the party will go with which organization for the government of national unity. There are those who are opposed drastically to the Democratic Alliance. Hence, you've seen the likes of Kese Khwale, Essetu Hassan, and also Tutugile Zuma and a number of other ANC members picketing outside the venue of this National Executive Committee, essentially saying that you can form the government of national unity, but do not work with the ideological enemy of the ANC, which is the Democratic Alliance. The Secretary General Fikile Mbalula has outlined how they have tried to get a hold of the MK party, but the MK party leaders are essentially saying that they are waiting for a signal from the president or the leader of the MK party, which would be Jacob Gedleyihlekisa Zuma, who has essentially at this point in time ignored the messages, the emails, the calls, essentially blue-ticked the African National Congress, to use the language of a social media communication platform which many South Africans use to send messages and voice notes. Basically, the ANC has not been able to get a hold of the former president. They are blue-ticking them. I know that the Economic Freedom Fighters has been engaging with a number of ANC leaders, anticipating the outcome and trying to mobilize and influence decisions that may be taken at this NEC, the likes as well with the Inkatha Freedom Party, the likes of the NFP as well, and also the Patriotic Alliance, which are eager to work with the governing African National Congress.
So Samkele, when you're doing your elections maths, if MK is excluded because there are no talks happening with them, and if the DA is excluded, what other alternatives would there be for the ANC then?
The reality is that, Nompu, is that the ANC, if it goes with the Democratic Alliance, that would split the ANC right down the middle. It will be the biggest ideological rupture within the ANC since the breakaway of the PAC, because all other political organizations, your EFFs, your UDMs, your ACTs, and your MK party, those have been breakaways due to factional reasons and have nothing to do with the ideology of the governing party. You've got many ANC, NEC members who are saying you can't work with the Democratic Alliance. That is the class enemy of the African National Congress. You'd rather go to the MK party, but there would be reservations with the MK party. Hence, you've seen letters being written by the likes of Generals Piwa Nyanda saying that you cannot allow anarchists, lootists, and criminals back into the public purse through the back door. You would rather go to an economic freedom fighter, EFF, which comes from the African National Congress, which has already said publicly that they want to work with the ANC, because an MK party has all the remnants of all of the wrong things that have happened in the governing party, which are those issues entails in the letter of Ukebuza. That would be Generals Piwa Nyanda. Then on the other hand, you've got the EFF, they said they were willing to work with the ANC. You've got the Patriotic Alliance, which during the course of the week has went to engage with the ANC. If I'm not mistaken, that was on Monday where they engaged with the ANC. The IFP as well has gone to engage with the ANC. But you've got a conundrum of the two provinces, Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. KwaZulu-Natal, the MK party is in majority. If the ANC were to take government with other parties in KwaZulu-Natal, they would need to work with the Democratic Alliance, which will be an issue that will alienate the ANC from its mass base.
It really sounds like the ANC is between a rock and a hard place. We know that a government must be constituted within 14 days of the declaration of the election. But of course, the longer we have to all wait, the more uncertainty there is, and it has a lot of bad implications. How soon do you think the ANC will give us clarity on the formation of a new government?
The ANC will this evening, in fact, through its president, when he closes this National Executive Committee, special NEC, clarify which political organizations the ANC will harden these coalition discussions with and strengthen those coalition discussions, whether we'll go into technicalities of the negotiations, which portfolios are given, which portfolio committees do they forego in Parliament that they are able to give to other political organizations, who takes the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, who takes the NCOP Speaker position. So those are the nitty-gritties that will ensue after this NEC meeting, where they agree on what will constitute this government of national unity, GNU, that they seek to form. But the sources we have spoken to have said that they will not move away from the leftist-leaning organizations and centralist organizations that are more amenable to the ANC's policies that must be implemented, which is the National Democratic Revolution, and subsequently implementing policies that are similar to the ANC, such as the 7 cardinal pillars of the economic freedom fighters.
Thank you so much, my colleague there, Samkele Maseko.